So the B-roll on this video is gonna suck because my microphone wasn't working. We had issues. So sorry for that. You're gonna have to enjoy my annoying ass music and no sounds, which sucks because I love listening to the trucks. Anyway, today's video did not go as planned. I foresaw this coming. It finally happened. It sucks, but anyway, let's roll the intro, and we'll get into our change of scenery here. Alright guys, as you can see, our girl Leah, she's out back. She's parked. She made it there under her own power. That's all that matters. Look at that sweet girl. God, I love her. Anyway, we did get a fresh bed for her, same color. And there's a fender on there as well because her passenger side fender, it's black. You guys can see the red coming out of it. It's a shit fender. It was just to get me by because the fender that was on it got damaged in the accident, so the hood wouldn't sit right. And I was in the 11th hour of putting the truck back together when it happened, so there's your backstory on that fender. It is trash. It's been needing to be replaced for a very, very long time. Now we're at that point. We also have our back bumper downstairs from our man Bogema. I got that from him years ago, and we're finally going to put it to use. Okay, so her injectors went. Not all of them. I did get, for those of you that don't know, Leah was a one-owner truck. She was in an accident, and I bought her wrecked, drove her home. We tore her all apart. We put her back together. Thankfully, we were able to find same color body panels for the most part. And I did finally get the documentation from the previous owner, and you know, I saw the injectors were done, but upon closer investigation, they only replaced 6 of them. They didn't do all 8. And number 8 has always had a tick. I could kind of hear it from the damage. So for those of you guys that know with LB7s, your balance rates, you want to see them within plus or minus 4. Number 8 is at about 7, 8 mm3. There's a couple others that have been falling from grace. And I assume it's just because they're compensating for the other injector. That's what it shows on the balance rates. That thing is just dumping fuel, so the other ones are pulling back on fuel. And she's got that lovely haze starting and that fresh raw smell. It sucks, but as that fancy phrase goes, it is what it is. Now, Leah and everything we own, we understand that they're not the prettiest looking trucks out there. They're, you know, they got dings and dents and rust and this, that, and the other thing. I picked up the bed for 150 bucks. I got the fender for free because both were kind of but they're significantly better than what I have on the truck now. Something like that, I'll throw cheap money at just because, I mean, it's a plow truck. You know, at the end of the day, that truck still fires up and functions no different than my LMM does or our girl Lola here. But one thing that my wife and I, we very much pride ourselves on is that we put the money where it belongs. We keep these things running. We spare no expense when it comes to these trucks. Now, we went through this years ago with our girl Lola. LB7, 438,000 miles at the time. She's north of 450K right now. Still bangs like a champ. Her injectors went out. We threw a set of S&S 60% overs in it, courtesy of Merchant Automotive. So our girl Leah, she's basically going to get the same treatment. Not going to go 60 overs on her, but she is going to get a set of SNS SAC style injectors. We have the new FPR for it, and we also have the forward-facing and I guess it's lunchtime, so I'll catch up with you guys in a second. Let's go, fellas. So like I mentioned before, we're going to be throwing a fresh set of SNS SAC, probably 00 injectors in her. The fresh FPR, we've got that on the way, and we're going to be doing the forward-facing thermostat to make our lives easier. So we're going to end up taking her all apart, cleaning everything up, sandblasting, making everything look fresh again. So the hard part that I got to figure out is what accent color I want to go with her. But again, we take a lot of pride, and we put the money where it belongs, and that's into the drivetrain. I don't care what the truck looks like. I just prefer it to function at the end of the day, because cosmetics I can do later. That's what I've been doing with Lola. She's functional. She's damn good at being functional. But that's pretty much that. This video has sucked. I've had a lot of complications, bad injectors, just everything. So I've been cleaning up around here, doing a little spring cleaning. So I'm gonna set you guys up. I gotta get some work done. I'm gonna knock out a couple things on this, so that way I can at least feel some sort of satisfaction at the end of this and at the end of the day today. So let's jump into it. Does the time even go on a day like today, man? I feel like as the weather gets warmer and the days get longer, they also somehow get shorter. I don't know if any of y'all can relate to that, but I feel that. But also, oh man, my mount just broke. Why wouldn't it? We have, these past 2 days, this video has taken me 2 days to do. We have gotten our asses kicked. That's the best way I can even mean it in, like a negative way. It's just, it's one of those things where you got to put in a little bit more effort than you normally would. Case in point, we made a lot of progress today, but we also went backwards. So like with Leah, we got all of her parts around for her to make her look prettier. But now we got to do injectors. I did get my hub assemblies off of the OBS swap here, but I gotta cut the remainder of the upper control arm out. So it's just they're small setbacks, but it's not the end of the world. We're still making progress. Progress is inevitable, and you can't. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got for you guys. Be on the lookout. We'll be doing injectors and all that on Leah. We're gonna go over our Cummins because not everybody is familiar with that. We're gonna be back in Lana. God damn it. And our girl Lola. So, and we're gonna keep making progress on Betty and the big fella here. But anyway, I'm beat. There's cold beer in the refrigerator, and Mama's got the grill going, so I'm out. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, you guys. It really does help me out. I'm starting to see a little bit of changing in the analytics, so I appreciate that. You guys are the best. Take care. God bless. Be good to one another. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.